Good evening, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Adam, that mini hex stuff is pretty nice. Hope you're having fun with that. Coming, glad you could hop in at least for a minute and say hey. Have a good rest of your day, man. Hopefully you'll be able to pop in and enjoy later. And I hope you enjoy catching that Steam action around Melbourne. It'll be fun. Very nice, Topaz. Good stuff. Oh, I need to. Oof. I forgot I had. I have the stream on my phone, and my headphones connected to my phone, so I'm hearing myself speak in real time, and then I'm hearing myself speak like 10 seconds later, and it's screwing with my brain. There we go. That's better. Awesome, man. Yeah, glad to hear you're still working on that Shay. But Paul, Sean, Adam, Topaz, good to have you guys all here tonight. So tonight we're actually going to be doing some operating on the layout. I know I haven't shown the layout on the channel since my last layout update, which was like the end of last year. Done this junction. Good to see you, James. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is my layout. Let me turn on the lights. Light it up. So we are, yeah, I got the track plan up top. Although actually, I didn't update that. I need to actually update that file. I completely forgot that that's the, let me see, will it, if I just replace it with the accurate one, will it stay cropped? What's it called? Cropped and oriented and scaled properly. Let's find out. That is the correct one. Done. Hey, it did. Awesome. Perfect. So that is the accurate track diagram. I had to. Guess I really haven't done any streaming on the layout in a hot minute because I did that update on the track work back in December. So yeah, we're gonna actually just run a train tonight. Because I haven't run a train in a while. So we're gonna use the RS3, which is on the tracks here. This is the new Atlas RS3 and N. So we're gonna be enjoying that. But before we do that, oh, hold on. Let's not do that. There we go. So before we start the switching, we've got to make my switch list. So let me pull up my switch list generator. Yeah, that makes sense, Adam. Life kind of has to come first sometimes. But good to hear you're getting back into the swing of things. Nice, James. Very nice. Alright, so to generate my switch lists, people who have been around for a while will probably have seen. Oh, that's why my mouse isn't working. It's connected to the wrong device right now. People who've been around my layout for a while will have seen, or my channel for more than, I don't know, 3-4 months here, will have seen this before. But what I use in order to generate switch lists is I use Matt Forkham's Ops Buddy, which is a pretty neat little Google spreadsheet. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this up on the screen. There it is. So the way it works is basically it is a tabletop role-playing game roll table, which is pretty fun. So let me uncheck everything here, and we will start a fresh op session. Oh, be quiet, phone. So yeah, what I use is I just use a standard D20 to make rolls, and from there I generate the switch list, which is nice because it adds a bunch of randomness that you really don't get by just kind of doing it manually. So the way it works is I just work my way down the line, and I start with, in this case, I start the top left corner, which is Balfour Lumber, so I'll roll the 20-sided die. And we got an 8. So yes, the industry will be worked. So I'll check that box. And now I'll roll again to see what cars get picked up, dropped off. We'll roll on an actual flat sequence. We got a 15. So 15, industry will receive 1 boxcar. So now I just basically work my way down the line, down through all of the industries. So we got a 4 on the depot, so no, the depot will not be switched today. We got a 10 on Hudson Cement, which means that it will be switched as I drop the die. Let's roll again to see what the cement industry is going to get today. We got a 7, so standard load, 2 cement, covered hoppers. Now we go back up to the top to Star Gas, and Star Gas only ever gets 1 tank car. Eventually I might add in, like in the bottom section here, there's the session modifiers. I might add in something else about Star Gas, but for now just gets the 1 tank car every session. And we rolled a 17, so yes, Star Gas will be switched. And the team tracks, we got a 20, so yes, they will be worked. And we'll roll again to see what's gonna happen there. That's not a good roll. 13. Yeah, landed diagonally in a piece of grass on my layout. What did I say? 13? 13. 13? 13. 13 doesn't exist on my... Huh. How did I screw that up? I'm really not sure how I screwed that up, so I'm going to go ahead and change this to be 13 to 14. And there's that. So we'll do that. Somehow that has not yet come up where I've been using this for months now, since like last summer, and that's not been a it's not something that's come up. Yeah, exactly, Adam. That's exactly what I did. Somehow I have not rolled a 13 on the team tracks yet, apparently, because I've never noticed that. So now that we've got the roll table done, the next step is coming in to the switch list builder and building our switch list using pretty much, Paul. Brought model railroading. It's a universal experience of how did I screw that up? All right, so let me clear out the old switch list here. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to delete those. I want to put them back in my back in my storage area. So I'll take my Virginia Midland boxcar, put it over in the boxcars area, and then I can delete it from the Balfour Lumber zone. The home gas tank car comes down to my tank car area, and the 2 covered hoppers here go here and here. So we put those away, keep it on. 17,452. And it's still a tank car. I can put this car back on the layout. That's one of the big 33K whale belly tank cars that I've got. That's a nice car, and I'm pretty happy with the weathering I did on it. And then, excuse me, the rail box goes to the lumber industry. So now we jump back to the roll table and we go Balfour Lumber. Balfour Lumber is going to receive cars, and it's going to get one box car. So now we'll jump to the builder. We will pop this into the pickup area, and we'll grab a box car from over here. Oh, is the Santa Fe not in this system yet? You know, we'll put the Santa Fe in the system, because I just finished weathering it. Oh, geez. Hope you're okay there, Sean. Feel free to pop out, pop in, but... Yay, Adam. Yikes, yeah. Stay safe with that wind, man. That's, wind can be real scary. Hopefully the worst that happens is you pop in and out of the stream as your internet cuts in and out. Alright, so we have ATSF 15827 box. Right? 15827. There we go. Yeah. Wind's a whole nother beast. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this there. And I'm gonna underline it. That way I know it's not in the car inventory yet. C&W box. I don't know what the C&W box is that I've got. Huh. I'm not sure what that box car is. I'll have to look through my system, my thing later to find that. Yeah, that works too, Adam. That always works. Depot, I know, is not getting switched. So we go back to the roll table. Cement company. 2 cement covered hoppers. There. Yeah, he didn't have to be here for us to blame him. Oh, good old Heath. What a guy. Alright. We'll do the 666s. Why not? Here, and then we'll do the D&H. And then these. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, there you go, Paul. That's the ticket. Should I blame him for my missing locomotives too? Alright, and the depot's not getting switched. The Star Gas is. So we're going to copy, bold, paste that in pickup, and we'll grab a tank car. Yep, the whole video assembly process can be a real process. It's the best word for it. It's a whole set of steps that have to happen. We'll put the, I don't know, should I put the 11K or the other 33K? That is the question of the hour. We'll do the other 33K. Why not? We'll swap the 33Ks. What is going on with this covered hopper? Something's up with this. It doesn't look... No, maybe it is right. I don't know. Anyways, continuing on. We gotta get the last one, which is team tracks. Yes, they get switched. And we got a 13. That's right, because I had to add 13. So 1 box, 1 flat on track 1. So we are going to go ahead and ungray those. Both. It's all going to track 1. Oops. No, it goes over here. There we go. So track 1 is going to get cleared out. We got the Banger and a stick. And the Penn Central. And then we'll grab the B&O. And what else should I grab? Let's do the B&O. Why not? Why not? Okay, so now the last step of setting up the switch list here. It's not really set up. It's just copying this. All that's inside the box here. Moving it over to, we're going to do New Haven, because we're going to do probably with the New Haven power right now. So that's what I want. And we will paste it in there. And now it is all set up. Nice and neat. Oh, what happened? Wait, hold on. Something's wrong. Paste. There we go. Something's weird happening here, but it works, so we'll let it be. So now what this does is it sets it up nice and neat so that, yeah, see, something's going on weird with the boundary box, but I'll figure that out later when I'm off stream. But what this does is it sets it up nice and neat so I could print screen and just basically get a nice 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper or PDF or whatever of what's on the screen here, and it would be very easy for someone else who's operating, whether it be a piece of paper that I'm handing to someone who's here in the room with me, or a PDF that I send to someone who's running my layout remotely, because I've got it set up so that people can do that. Either way, it makes it very easy to just have a file prepped and ready to go for them. I have to take one of the cupboard hoppers off from the last session, but it makes it very easy for them to just get a nice, straightforward switch list that has all sorts of details and everything that they need. So let's grab a New Haven caboose, throw on the end of the train. And then I gotta grab, what was the other cars that I need? I need the V&O and the B&O car. This one, New Haven caboose, there it is. And now, grab the V&O car, which I think was right here. Was it? Okay, apparently it's not right here. I could have sworn it was right here. Well, the B&O car is right here in any case. There's the Baltimore in Ohio. There's the Virginia in Ohio car. So I think that's my whole train, right? Got the Santa Fe. Oh, tank car. Santa Fe, tank car, Baltimore and Ohio, Virginia and Ohio, Conrail, DNH. Okay. Now, I can go ahead and take switch list off the screen here. There we go. Now y'all can see the layout as I go ahead and set up this train. Baltimore and Ohio car. That's my second section podcast. What's it called? Group build car is this B&O car right here. It came out very nice. I just gotta weather the trucks and the couplers, and then it'll be all good to go. Now let's put the Santa Fe on there. Actually, no, we need the tank car next. That way it's adequately buffered, and this has 2 tall flanges on these wheel sets. Great. Well, for tonight, they'll do. It doesn't make it derail super heavily or anything. It just makes it have an annoying sound for now. With the Code 55 rail, the flanges are too deep because it's an older model. Oh well. Let's get this tank right in there. Oh, it's really gonna annoy me. Alright, and now let's get these 2 covered hoppers on the train. And then when we wrap up here, depending on the timing, when we wrap up the op session here, I might pop back over to my desk area, and we might try and finish up that X-Pen Central Box car that we've been working on. But it's all going to come down to timing as far as that goes. By the way, Adam, speaking of videos, well, I guess Adam was speaking of videos, and I brought this up in my mind, which is, I have a video on this locomotive that's on the layout right now. All recorded, just needs to be spliced together. I've actually started the editing process. I've gone through everything and got it all ready to edit together, and I just haven't edited it together yet. And I've had that recorded for just about a month now, so that should hopefully be coming out sometime this week. If I can get an opportunity to get that set up and going. But this is the new most recent run of Atlas RS3s, and it is very nice. So I'm gonna start by just showing back. Why am I not running? What's going on? Oh boy, I started streaming, now the gremlins are here. It was working fine before. Literally, I was testing it during Paul's stream earlier, and it was running fine, and then now it's not. Oh my gosh. What is going on here? Okay, well that works. Yes, it does. It does, Paul. It did last week. Okay, I know what the issue is. I think the issue is I've got to restart the Y throttle server. So my NCE RJ12 cable, which connects the power cab to the actual board, the sockets that has all the electronics in it, is currently shot. So I need to get a new one. But I haven't gotten around to that yet. So what I have for now is I have my very short Digitrax cable, because it's also an RJ12. I have that connecting my power cab to the layout, which allows the layout to get power and everything. But it's so short that I really can't do much with it. I can't walk to the other end of the layout. So what I'm doing for now is I've got my NCE USB connection hooked up. Maybe I just need to restart. I think I just need to restart JMRI. But I've got my USB connection hooked up to JMRI on my computer. And then I'm using my phone with Y throttle to control the train. Oh, you know what happened? It's because I unplugged my laptop from all my wires and reconnected them all so I could move my laptop closer to the layout, so I could actually do it. But yeah, so that's why the NCE cable being broken is the reason why a couple weekends ago at the Model Train People Train-a-thon, I couldn't run the layout. But now that I've got this figured out, I can run the layout. Where is the start? Oh, there we go. Servers, start by throttle server. So now I can at least start running the layout. Okay. Connect. Throttle. Address. Select the locomotive. There we go. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move the mic a little closer to the layout. That way you can hopefully hear. There's the microphone. Let me raise the mic up a little bit here to get it over the... What happened? Okay, I think it's back now. I'm not sure what happened there. My mic disconnected and reconnected for a second. But hopefully you can still hear me. Actually, I can set it up. Here we go. We'll change the pattern on the mic so that it can be focusing over here at the layout and also back here to me. But what we're gonna do is first I'm gonna reverse so I can actually get the locomotive onto the railroad track. I'm gonna get my D12 out of here, or D20, not a D12. All right, I'm gonna cut the cars here. And now we will just run around. Run right around on the runaround track. Probably start up the sound on the locomotive here. Let's go through the startup sequence. There's the Alco motor idling. Alright, now we are running. So, we're going to run around the layout here, or run around darn. I've got to clip these magnetic uncoupling ones because since my layout is very poorly laid in general, it has some pretty big, short grades. The track work is very uneven. So it causes some issues where the the magnetic uncoupling ones tend to catch on the frogs or on currents sometimes. So I have to either bend the tips up a little bit that we're going to catch or trim them. In this case, I also need to replace the couplers with microtrains, magnumatics. There we go. Alright, and now we can pull the train into the runaround after I uncouple the caboose, because we need to start by leaving the caboose at the edge of town to flag the main. That's just how I run my ops, just because I think it adds a fun little extra step. Oh boy. There we go. But yeah, I like having the caboose on there because and having that be just this one extra step allows me to have, even though I just have a short switching layout, still have a caboose on all the trains. And have a reasonable excuse to have it be part of these switching. Come on, get over that frog. I need to look into powering these frogs because they cause some pretty decent dead spots. Alright, so we're going to cut the locomotive here. We're going to run around the train and start off by switching out the cement plant. So I'm going to run around on the main, couple up to the covered hoppers, pull them back onto the main, and then come down the cement lead. And shove down the cement lead to the industry. Throw the switch. Switch is thrown. Throw this one. Okay, now we'll reverse on the train. And we will start actually doing the switching work. center it back on the runaround track here. Cut the rest of the cars. If my uncoupling pick will ever get in there. There we go. Uncouple, thank you. A little bit more. Right, throw the switch. Throw this switch. And we'll come down to cement. Hopefully I didn't have the space. I think I didn't. Yeah, I left enough space. Good. So we're going to start by picking up the cars that are coming with us. So we're going to pick these two up. So we're going to pick those two up. Thank you. And then we're going to swap the two on the off track here into the unloading shed. And this is actually, Paul, this is something that I picked up on from Drew James's layout, which hopefully you will get to see in about a month now, a month and a half. The Nelson switch job, he's got not a cement industry, but a grain mill that gets switched. And he had this whole, instead of just picking up and dropping off, you have to move cars from an off spot into the unloading area, or loading area on his layout. And then from there onto the outbound train. And I saw that on his layout, and I was like, that's a really great way to add a little something to the off without having to change any track work. So I stole that. There's the game. Play through the game. Coupled. There we go. Balance coming out on the main. That will reverse back, dump these cars under the unloading shed. This is a fun building to construct. I need to do a little more work on it, where I need to finish out some of the interior, add some lights to the exterior and interior, and then it'll be done. Alright. That's correct. Okay. For a second, I thought I picked up the same cars. I thought I just pulled these cars out and put them back, but no, I did it right. I did the job right. There we go. Now we will pull out from here. I'm going to drop these two picks here. Drop these on the main for now. Alright, throw that turnout. Short blast for reverse. And back we go. Go on, couple that. Go switch again. Next we'll throw this switch down here, that way we can set these two on the off spot. Yeah, I'm going to have to pick up some ESU people eyes here. So I want to put one in all my ESU sound units. Because middles are tough a lot. It's the little discontinuities of power that I've got across the layout. To keep that sound consistent and keep the lights consistent and everything. Alright, let's cut these through here. Drop those. And pull the locomotive light out. And we're going to temporarily stage the two picks here on the lead, on the cement lead. That way they're not blocking the main. And I can use it as a runaround. Oh, I should put the sales house for the Star Gas over here. It's going to go right about here. We'll go with like that for now. Anyways. There we go. All right, and make our reverse move. still got to mess with some of the sound values. Just the volume, really. I think the prime mover sound is just a touch loud. I want to bring it down a little bit. And then I want to bring the horn down a smidge and the bell up a smidge. And then I think I'll be happy with the sound on this. But the files themselves are excellent, as you can see. Files typically are. Alright, so now let's get this out of here. The next thing I want to do is switch star gas. Because we got to keep a car between the locomotive and the train car at all times anyway. So while we have that set up still, we're going to get that done. Throw those, throw this. There you go. Come on, uncouple already. There we go. All right. So eventually what I'm going to have, once I get the sales house done here, I'll start really doing the scenery here, because I'm going to permanently mount that to the layout. But eventually what I'm going to have at Stargas is about here, I'm going to go ahead and put a gate all across the tracks that the operating crew or the switch person has to manually open in order to switch the industry. Because I think that's going to add one more layer of interactivity and interest to running the layout. Very nice, Adam. Good to hear. I imagine you'll be sharing in Heath's Discord, so I will have to check that out as that's happening. I wasn't on the screen here, but very good to hear that that's progressing well. Well enough at least to be almost official. The other thing I do when I'm not streaming my layout is I use various things to slow down the off in general. Things that really don't work well when you're live streaming the session, just because it adds time of just watching the train not moving. But I use the Conrail 1285 Train Crew app, which is a little desktop in-browser application, which basically adds timers for coupling, connecting hoses, setting handbrakes, locking and unlocking switches, things like that, that the train crew would actually have to do, but things that aren't super easy to simulate necessarily on a model railroad. But it builds into time, you know, it adds fast clock timers for all that, and for doing air tests before and after doing, you know, switching and stuff like that, so. Not too much, Sean, just working away on the switching job. just talking about how when I'm doing this on my own or with someone else, as opposed to on the live stream here, I use various applications and things to slow down ops and really build in some more time. That way it's not as fast. Because a lot of times, and even what I'm doing now with the live stream, we tend to rush through switching. Just go, get it done. Checking down the list. But in real life, it takes some time. So I like to build that in when I'm not doing stuff. Yeah, I love this. This is like I was saying earlier. This is the Atlas RS3, their most recent release with ESC low sound. And they nailed that alto curve. That single chime air horn. It looks great. It sounds excellent. It runs excellently. I'll have the I should hopefully have the review of this up on my channel by the end of the week. I got this almost a month ago, well, more than a month ago now. And I recorded a review of it shortly after I picked it up. And then I never edited it and put it up on the channel because I got really busy with Trainathon and with recording my clinic for, where am I going? Recording my clinic for NERX, which is coming up on the 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th on the NMRA YouTube channel. You should all definitely check it out if you're not already aware. It's basically an online convention that's happening over the course of those 4 evenings from I think 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. And Monday night, the 17th, at 9 p.m., I will be, my clinic on how I weathered this ATSF 50-foot boxcar will be airing. So, be sure to at least tune in for that if you're curious as to what my process is for weathering and you haven't seen it on my live streams. Or, if you want to ask me any particular questions, there will be a Q&A after the clinic finishes airing. So. But between that and the Trainathon and work and everything, I've just been so busy over the past month and I really haven't had a chance to edit and upload that review on this locomotive. So, it will be up hopefully by the end of the week, now that I actually have time to edit it, since I'm done with my NERX clinic and I'm just waiting for some details to come in for my tips and tricks. Which is basically a mini clinic that I'm showing on how I design and apply custom decals. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, Sean. I'm very excited to be part of NERX this year because I submitted some model pictures for the model showcase last year. And that alone was very fun to see my models up there. Oh, geez, I split the switch here. How did I do that? I need to fix this turnout in a major way. What I need to do is I need to get some wire, some stiff like piano wire, and just put a ground throw in right here, I think, and cut under the line here. So the issue is basically I can't fit a ground throw here or here, so I have to put one over here and use piano wire underneath or something along those lines. I don't know, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I will. I've looked into potentially using switch machines and potentially doing that, and I just haven't decided yet, and I don't know, I'll figure it out eventually and then it'll run better. But until then, I'm dealing with the consequences of my design. Alright, so now we're gonna switch the lumber industry down here. And the Santa Fe boxcar is going to the lumber industry, so I need to run around the train here. Why did the mute happen? What happened? What happened to the mute? Let me try reacquiring the locomotive. No? Alright, let me try reconnecting, or turning off and turning the layout on again. There we go. Maybe that'll get the sound back. There we go. There's that alto chug. That beautiful alto curve. Love it. Yes. Set that thing. So, fun fact about this locomotive. I got it online. And I was just grabbing whichever New Haven scene was left. So, they released a few different New Haven numbers. But the only one that was left by the time I ordered it was the 551. And I didn't notice until, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks after I picked it up. That 551 is on, where did I put that book? Oh, there it is. I got this book here, courtesy of my friend Eric Sally. And on the cover of this book is New Haven 551. Right there. Nicely weathered in a 1960s era photo. This is the which one? I think. Where was that? Now we just need to find this picture because it's going to kill me if I don't. I can't remember what town it's from. Oh my gosh. This is killing me. This is so dumb, also, that I have to do this, but my brain won't let me not do this now. It's too late. I've committed to it. There it is. Canaan. Yeah, Canaan. Not Bridgeport, Canaan, Connecticut. But got that nice picture in the 60s of 551 in Canaan, Connecticut, which gives me a good idea. At least a good starting point for the lettering on it, which is pretty neat. But yes, it's just random happenstance that it happened to be the same locomotive that I picked up on the front cover of that book, which wound up in my hands not too long before I got the locomotive. So just a fun little thing that I noticed when I was as I was looking over the locomotive. So what I'm doing here is I am shoving the whole string down so the Santa Fe boxcar is clear of the switch down here. right down over here. That way I can actually get it on the front of the locomotive and shove it down into the lumber yard lead. Alright, now let's cut the car. There we go. And we pick the switch again. Don't do that. Small derailment. It's the 70s. That's average. There we go. Alright, run around the train so I can hook up the sanitary box. And then we're going to run up. We're going to have to maneuver this DNCCS gondola out of the way, since it is spotted at the right here, the customer right here. Move that. I mean, it's actually spotted where it's supposed to be spotted. No. Back it up. If I had better track work, I could run the locomotive a lot slower. What I really want to do. Now, I want to cap the max speeds and look. When I do my next layout, I want to really pay attention to track work. Get it nice and smooth. That way I can program my main locomotive to the layout to be have a max speed of like 20 scale miles an hour or something. Because I love the look of a switcher just trundling along at low speeds. Something about it is really appealing to me. Get this wheel stop out of here. I've got a whole bunch of these little wheel stops. I don't remember who made them, but I have them. These tiny, tiny little wheel stops that sit on top of the rail. And ideally, I mean, they're intended to be used. They're really intended to be used at like the end of a track to stop cars from rolling off. But I want to paint this a bright yellow, like a high-vis yellow, and use it basically as a derail. I'm going to actually have a couple of them for the layout, and that will help. I'll put one here, on either end of the runaround track, and I'll also have one right here, because this tends to roll. Basically, these tracks want to roll to this point. This is the low point right here. So these cars want to roll this way, and this car wants to roll that way. So I use that to prevent that from happening, basically. And it adds another thing for the operator to do, which is nice. Throw that switch. Shut down. So what's the deal now? What just happened? Locomotive got bumped. There we go. Okay. Now let me cut this gondola off right here. Back. Throw the switch. Shove down. And we'll swap out that rail box at the lumberyard for the Santa Fe box. Interesting. I'm not sure what happened there. That right there, that's the speed that I would love to run the whole layout out. That would be so fun. Yeah, maybe like that is the maximum speed there. Short for reverse. What? Oh, I didn't clean this backtrack, did I? Uh-oh. And now I've derailed the locomotive. Yeah, I did not clean this backtrack, I don't think. What's going on? Early turnout. Throw this little box right down here. Uncouple. Run back. Come on. There we go. Sometimes these other coupler branches won't couple to my interface. Which is why I've got to start really working to replace everything with microtrains. Okay, no, that was just the car rolling. Right, we're going to spot this Santa Fe car. At the unloading dock, or unloading, right in front of the shed, whatever I'm trying to say. There we go. Yeah, I definitely did not clean this backtrack. I cleaned the rest of the layout before I started tonight. I must have missed that track. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a dirty piece of track right there. Alright, now I need to re-spot this gondola at the building here. There we go. And then all we'll have to do is swap out these. Oh shoot! I grabbed one of the wrong cards. One of the wrong cards came in on the train today. I was supposed to have a box and a flat, not two boxes. Don't worry about it. I will swap that out right now. Well, at least I noticed before I delivered the wrong cars to the customers. Let me grab a flat car out of my box here. I'll fix the paperwork later. There we go. We'll deliver a D&H flat car. Here we go. This is something I can blame Heath for. Adam and Paul. I'll hashtag blame Heath for giving me the wrong paperwork. We'll swap the VNO out for the D&H. If this will couple, there we go. Got it. Alright, let's put this VNO car off the layout here, and we'll fix the paperwork on that later. Throw the switch. Get moved forward. Alright, now step over here, couple this car. Put this wheel stop right here on the rail head, so that it won't roll. Now, back out of here. And leave that car right where it belongs. Nice, Adam. Yeah, I guess if you're doing the hex modules, you'll need that. Gotta have something around on there, right? Hey. Throw that switch. We'll run around. Forgot to uncouple. I'm also using the wrong end of the uncoupling pick. Ah, gotcha. Well, that's fun. Yeah, I guess I need to do that. I really get some of the supplies and stuff. 6 curves and 2 straights. Nice. So that's, well, probably half the loop. 6 curves. I don't remember what. Oh no, that's like 2/3 of the loop. 3/4, something like that. Somehow, however that math works. With the Kato. Because the Kato uses 50. Oh, the Kato uses 30, right? What do they use 45? I don't know. Whatever. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I want to get into some of this mini module stuff. Whether it's the hex modules or Kato circus stuff, like Sean's got on his store, or just general mini modules using Kato's got. I'm generally just getting into modular more recently. Between really getting into 2-track and wanting to get into some of these mini modules, and also I want to either build a Freemo module or improve this layout and add a couple of adapters, one to either end, so that this can become a Freemo module. Come on. Oh my goodness. This is the stuff that will not fly for this to be a Freemo module. Good Lord. So I honestly will probably just build a Freemo module from scratch when I get around to that. Nice. Nice stuff, Adam. Modular railroading is just so neat. It's so fun. You can do so much in such a little space. And you can just, work with people. Speaking of modular railroading, for anyone who's in the Hudson Valley area, which I'm not sure if anyone tuning in is, but in case any of you are, next Thursday, which I believe is the 13th, yeah, the 13th, at the Hyde Park train station in Hyde Park, New York. We'll be having a 2-track meetup, so anyone who's in the greater Hudson Valley area, or can get there on the Thursday evening, we'll be meeting at, I believe, my plan is to be there around 5:30, and start setting things up, and we're just going to hang out and do a 2-track meetup. And anyone who's got modules, bring them. Anyone who's got N-scale trains, bring them, and we'll run them. We'll probably have DC power, although I might bring my power cab, and laptops so we can get some my throttle up and running. We'll see. But figure on definitely DC power. So some DCC locomotives may not be good to bring if they're sensitive to if you got sensitive motors or anything like that. But yeah, so that'll be from, I think officially 6:30, but I'll be there around 5:30 until, I believe, what time? I believe like 9, you said, we're going to be packing up and going home, 9 p.m. So anyone who's in the area and has 2-track modules or edge-scale trains that they want to run, feel free to bring them. It should be a good time. Alright, so now that we are done with the lumberyard, we need to basically do the same motion in reverse to shove the B&O boxcar and the B&H flat out onto the lead on the west side of town, or east side of town rather. So we can swap them with the Bang & Rooster and the Pennsylvania, or Penn Central boxes over here. These switches, I've got to get frog juicers. I've really got to get frog juicers, especially for these 2 frogs. These 2 are real problems, and this one. The rest of the frogs are not major problems, but those ones in particular, for some reason, maybe it's just because they're the most used, so they've kind of been shifted slightly out of alignment and slightly out of contact or whatever, but I want to get some frog juicers for those. Speaking of 2-track modules, I don't think it's going to happen on stream, but I'll certainly make a video or maybe do a series out of it. But Sean, Mr. Klondike here, who I believe is still in the chat, and if not, he was in the chat earlier, was kind enough to provide me with a double module, and I have a scene of mine. Hey, there he is. Between him and Joey at Late Night Hobbies, I've received a couple of very nice gifts of a double module and a warehouse building kit. So I'm going to combine those into one module, one kind of appreciation module for those guys. I'll probably try and reach out to Joey and see if I can get a second sticker from him. And I can put, really make the Klondike's logo stand out like I did on my single, and slap a Late Night Hobby sticker on the side, and that'll be the kind of appreciation module. But I'm going to be building that over the next week or two. So I want to have it at least built and with the track down by the 2-track meet. That way I can add some run lines to the layout. But Sean's modules are very nice and simple to put together. They are extremely well designed and easy to put together. And I've put together a couple of them for the club, one for myself, and I'll be putting together this double. But it's very nice to work with, and I really appreciate you sending me that, man, because it's going to be a lot of fun to work on, get put together, and get scenic and everything. Don't think it'll be scenic in time for the show or the meetup, because that's a lot of work to do in the next week, especially given that I will not be here for a good chunk of the weekend, and basically all of the weekend, and early next week, as I'll be in New Orleans. So actually, it's a good time to bring up the fact that we won't be having a weekly Weathering and More next week, since, again, I will be in New Orleans. Which would make it kind of difficult to be here in my room streaming. So we won't be having a stream next week. But we will be hopefully late this week and mid next week, putting together and laying the track down on that double module. So I have it by the meetup. And then we'll probably put it into a series as I'm working on it, kind of how Paul Stamp is doing his series on his Primo modules that he's working on. Oh, very nice. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, Adam. 40 modules, it's a good number of modules. And having an adapter to hook Primo in is a really good idea. I saw one of my friends in the Model Train People community posted, they had a train show. He's part of Sintrack, or Central Indiana T-Track group. But they had a train show a few weeks back now. And they had the T-Track layout, which had hookups for Primo. So there was a Primo leg of the T-Track layout, basically, which was super neat to see. Yeah, branched off of that. So you can go from the yards and the loops running up the T-Track onto the more operation-centric Primo area, which is really neat to see. But yeah, that's a really neat thing to be able to do. So good on you for getting this thing, working on trying to get that transition possible. What did I oh, what is that? What is this? Oh, that's my wire that I never hooked in. That's my feeder cable that I still have yet to wire into the layout. Alright, let me go ahead and re-rail this car now that the feeder wire has knocked it off. There we go. We're almost done with the job here, and then we will wrap up for the night. Yep, there we go. Died in that frog again. Alright, let's see if I have enough space here. I do. Great. Just barely, but I do. Grab the caboose, but that's okay because we're just about at that stage of the job anyway. So we're going to shove these on here. Died on that frog again. That frog really needs to get juice. Alright, let's uncouple. Shoot back up here. No. Dang it. I threw the switch when I wasn't supposed to. I'm losing it right now. I think I can feel myself starting to get a little tired here. Which is why my switching is becoming a little more sloppy. This is why this is why real crews really should get more rest. Yep. Yeah, it's especially if you're using the switches a lot, it's definitely important to make sure that they're powered all the way through. So I gotta invest in some of that. Because I've never used a frog juicer before, so I have no idea really what I'm doing with it. So I'm gonna have to do some research into figuring out what it means to hook in a frog juicer to a layout and how to do that, and so on and so forth. So I'll be doing some research into that, but I want to finish some of the projects that I'm currently working on before I get into that. Alright. That's just that feeder wire needs to get hooked back in there. I think that's what happened there. Yeah, not having tortoise machines I think is also nice for me. It's nice to have tortoise machines, but it's just a level of complexity that I really don't need. Yeah, that might have something to do with it there, Adam. But I'm kind of glad that I don't have tortoises, because as nice as they are, it's just one level of additional complexity that I don't really need on a layout this size. Just having the producer machines ground throws is plenty for me. So it's not something that I'm too worried about. The only reason why I've considered getting switch motors is because then I could let, switch motors and uncoupling magnets, like some of the repeater ones, then someone could fully, virtually run the layout. But, I just sit here and watch them run the train, which is kind of fun. Right now, when I have people run the layout remotely, they just basically run the train and they decide all the switching moves, and I have to do all the switch throwing and all of the coupling and uncoupling and everything. Which is fine. I don't mind doing that at all. And in fact, I have a great time being their switchman. But if I did have that, someone could theoretically do everything themselves. Which is kind of a neat concept, kind of like what Heath's old layout was. But yeah, that's the. I mean, that makes perfect sense, Adam. That's the great. We're at my club in Hyde Park. We're considering putting in a bunch of. Our layout is designed and built years and years ago in a somewhat unconventional way, so it's. Designed with the thought process of like 70s, 80s layout design. So there's some pretty deep areas of the layout where it's kind of hard to actually get back there and throw any switches. So we're going to put in some switch machines for exactly the same reason. It's just hard, you just can't reach it with a ground throw. But I think in the yard that we're going to put in, we're doing a lot of redesign work on the layout right now. But on the yard, we're just going to have ground throws, I think. Because there's no need to invest in that many switch machines when we really don't need them. But I don't know. I don't know what we're definitely going to wind up doing, but that's kind of my thought anyway. Is that we don't need switch machines on everything. Yep. Yep, these layouts come and go and get designed and redesigned and built and rebuilt, and it's all part of the lineage, I guess. Nice. Yep, that's the kind of maintenance that you gotta do. Rewire everything to make it run more consistently, yeah, it's kind of hard to convince people to do that, though. That would be, I think, probably the best idea, but it's hard to get people to abandon the work that they've done and restart with a whole new set of understanding and standards and everything. So I kind of see why people don't necessarily like restarting like that, but also the Fremo standards are really well thought out. Yeah, it's a little easier to convince people to have a couple add-ons to hook in. Something about that, but yeah. Alright, let's pull the chain into the runaround, drill the caboose on the rear end, and we are done with the job here. And we're on that frog again. I really should prioritize this. Talking about it like this makes me realize just how frequently I stall out on that frog. Yeah, that's a pretty common story. The group that I was talking about earlier, Hyde Park, they're a group of guys, mostly 60 plus for the most part, and being a 23-year-old, I am most definitely the odd man out there. But luckily, they're pretty open to new ideas. I'm very grateful too. They're interested in actual operations as opposed to just running a base, and they're willing to kind of make some concessions to do that and stuff like that. So I got lucky in the group that I lined up with. But yeah. Should be clearance enough. Yeah, there you go. This end might be a little tight. Yeah, it's gonna hit. There we go. Now I think it'll just barely scrape by. Nope. Not quite. And that's why most of the cars that I run are 40-foot box size on this layout. It's because some of the 50-footers make it just a little too tight on the runaround sometimes. I think what the workaround for that would be, I guess, spot the caboose and the covered hoppers here. Caboose covered hopper, covered hopper. Grab the train, pull it out, back it up, grab the caboose and covered hoppers, and then head out of town. But in any case, let's hook up to the train and wrap up the switch job now that it's been an hour 45. And away the train goes. Back west towards Neighbor Yard. Alright, well there's that. That was fun. It's always fun for me to run this layout. It's a great time. I'm really happy with how it's laid out overall, even though it's not the best of designs. I just kind of, basically what I did was I sketched it out on a sheet of loose leaf when I was in like 10th grade or something. And it came out to this. If I were doing it now, I would space things out a little better. I might do it in 2x4 chunks, so it's 1 by 4 chunks, so it's 1x8 total. Then the 2 chunks go together in the middle, but in any case, I'm very happy with this layout. There's some things that, you know, as I've been grinding and groping about. I am having a moment. Things that I've been groaning about, griping and groaning about. You know, like needing to replace improve the switches. Whether that be, what I might also do is like hand laying a couple switches, but that's not here for now. In any case, that's the layout. Shut down the locomotive. And there we go. So, that's the layout. That's the ops on the layout. If you're interested in doing remote ops, join the Discord server that I've got for my community. It's, I think, on a community post sometime in January. I really should make sure that the link is in the description of every video in the live stream, but in any case, that's where if you're interested in doing that, you can reach out to me there. Or if you're in a different community with me, feel free to reach out to me anywhere, really, on Discord or anything like that. And let me know, and we'll schedule a time, and hopefully I'll be able to accommodate you and get you in. But basically, I'll do this kind of a setup, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, in any case, Adam, yikes, yeah. Hopefully the wind and the rain and the snow and the lions, and tigers, and bears, oh my. Don't keep you down too bad there. But thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. Again, we will not be having a live stream next Monday. I will instead be in New Orleans. Maybe I'll take some pictures of some of the streetcars or whatever down there, and share them on my community page or whatever. But in any case, thanks for tuning in, y'all. There's some great people down in the description if you're looking for some more content to check out tonight. People like Ray at Around the Layout Podcast, the guys Andy and Mike over at Second Section Podcast, my good friends Paul, and people at the Model Train People Podcast and Model Train People Community and so on. So go check them out if you're looking for some more to check out tonight. But in any case, thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you all on the next track. Have a good night, everyone.